let's do this. I have my notes. The list is solid. When I say solid, extra solid this year. 2025. Okay. Enough of this. Hi guys, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, I'm glad you found me. I go by Zeus Diary Online. I finally managed to close and wrap up my 2025 wish list. And breaking news, I am the first one surprised. There is no bag on my list. Let's wait and see how we manage to do that. But anyway, let's go through the list. Once again, welcome into Zeus Diaries Madness. This year, my focus is going to be on what I call like grown-up items, solid grown-up items. Let's start with home goods. Guys, we've renovated our house not too long ago and I am still nesting. And there are specific things that I want to feel at home, especially because I work remotely. So we spend most of our time here unless we travel. So it has to be like our sanctuary. There's this lounge chair, mid-century modern from the 60s, 70s, the Aemes lounge chair. I need that in my house. We did the renovations of the house. We've created an extension. In my vision board, in my head, I have a spot for the goddamn chair. I've been hunting that chair now for 3 years, tracking it on eBay, tracking it on Le Bon Coin. Whenever we go thrifting, traveling, going into vintage stores. We even went once in Paris into Le Puce de Saint-Ouen. This is how intentional I am when it comes to getting that lounge chair. Now, I found this app called Woopa in Europe. They have a sprinkle of them all on my wish list. So I'm just waiting when I find it at the right price point for me. And I'm going to pull the trigger because I can picture it just not far from our fireplace. And it's just a vibe. Second item here is going to be, yes, I can hear you already. I did not even say it. I can hear you. It's going to be a Hermes blanket. Here you have it. I said it. Yes, call me plain vanilla Jane, but here's the twist. This is the blanket that I want. Look at the colors. Look at both sides of that blanket. I can visualize it in my head, thrown on our sofa that we also bought and that I mentioned on my best luxury purchases of 2024. That blanket as well will work wonders, right? Just thrown on my Aemes vintage lounge chair. I don't care about the Birkin bed. If my boutique doesn't have it, they don't have it. If it's an airport purchase, it's gonna be an airport purchase, but that blanket needs to come home this year. Let me just grab a sip here. Where were we? Look at what I found. Do you see that pillow? That pillow is from a brand called Jean-Pierre de Meyers & Co. And it's a Belgian brand. I saw that pillow first in a designer furniture shop in Luxembourg and I was like, yeah, maybe, I'm not sure. And then now I want that. I saw it on the website and I want it because you can flip it and both sides are going to bring some color. They're going to work well with the blanket. So I'm going to pull the trigger on the pillow only when I find the blanket. Look at that. The blanket, the pillow. This is like a match made in heaven. So this is how we're going to dress our home this year. Now, we're just going to top up here, the Hermes St Louis lamp. You know the one I'm talking about. Forget about the tiny little bit now. I want the one that you can carry like this. That lamp lives rent-free in my head since 3 years now. I was waiting for our renovations to be done because I just couldn't be bothered. And you know what? That lamp is going to serve 3 purposes. This is where I think about it as a piece that is versatile enough for me to spend my coins on. So hear me out here. When I have the lounge chair, I'm sitting there reading, my book, sipping my glass of wine right on a Sunday afternoon by the fireplace. I need that lamp there on the side. Use number 2. That lamp is going to be the lamp on my side of the bedside table because I have no lamp now on purpose. That is going to be that. And also, we have a tree in the middle of the garden, and then we built a square table around the tree, and that's where we eat. I'm telling you, visualization. I can picture that lamp there during summer when we're having Barbie in the evening talking shit with our guests or with family. I can just visualize it, and that's why I need that lamp. Oh, the final thing as well, it's gonna be a collection that I've started. Let me check it, and I'm gonna tell you right. Give me a sec here because I have it. Where is it? 1, 2, 3. It's called the Hermes partner brand called Puiforcat. So I've got already 2 of those. I need to pull the trigger and buy the 2 other ones by December. What I like about it is that you don't have to buy pairs, like for instance with the crystal champagne glasses or water glasses or what have you from St. Louis. So whenever I feel like it, I'm just going to buy one. And when we have 4, it's going to be like the house Christmas gift, and then we'll start using it because, yeah, that's just how we love our things, bougie like that. You see what I told you? I'm having a grown-ass woman with luxury wishlist. I am the first one surprised. Who is this lady? I'm talking about my luxury wish list, and everything that I'm talking about are things that I'll be using at home. No one is gonna see it, right, on myself. But anyway, this is how we're entering 2025. I just need like that phase to be over, done and dusted, and then I move on. This is it. Voila. I know that I was a bit excited when I was talking about the home goods, but guys, bear with me because at the end of the day, everything luxury is all included because my budget is not going to be elastic or flexible just because I also want like a nice lounge chair. Here you have it. I said it. This is just how I roll, guys. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but I love my bold jewelry, right? Statementy, etc. In the jewelry pieces now this year, you see how I'm posing here? I'm posing because the item that I'm about to mention is on my luxury wish list for at least 5 years. Since pre-pandemic, that thing was already on my wish list. And I'm just like, what was I doing? I still don't have it. This needs to stop. Do you know what I'm talking about? Let me just come closer and whisper this to you. The Cartier Justin Clou, the regular size in white gold. I know. We've done it, we've seen it, whatever, we're tired of it. I don't care. Listen, this is my wish list, okay? So get on board and rule. I'm just sick and tired. It's been over 5 years. What excuse do I have? I need to get a Cartier Justin Clou in white gold. So what I'm wishing here is that to some extent, I can negotiate with hubby for my birthday and the budget that he has in mind, even for Christmas for me this year, to kind of wrap it together. Because the problem that I'm having is that for that kind of money, this is Hermes money and this is handbags money. This is how things work in my head. And I don't have like this passion for the brand that enables me to kind of justify spending that kind of money. I know we're talking solid gold, but this is besides the point when it comes to craftsmanship and what I believe is worthwhile spending that kind of money. It has to be H. It's just the way I am, okay? But this year, the Cartier Justin Clou has to come home. And now, Tiffany. God bless America. Guys, I don't want to say here that I am late to the game, but I just have this thing where when I see something and I love that thing, I forbid myself. I don't want to say to be spontaneous. When we start talking thousands of euros, I have to sleep on it because that thing that I love today has to get on the queue of the other things that are still there and that I'm still processing to purchase. You see what I mean? Because again, mama doesn't have unlimited funds. But let me just, case in point, show you here what I want from the Tiffany bone line. You have that cuff, the cuff. I have to go into a shop to try the sizes, but back to the wish list. I like the medium size, but look at this. You have that big one. You see that big one? That's what I want. Now, the more I think about it, I feel like just because of the price point, this might come home first before the Cartier stock glue. Anyway, we shall see how things evolve. And I also want that ring. The ring is kind of at a friendly price point. And that ring, I want it for my pinky finger or for this one here. Now we're talking about being more intentional in terms of the brands where I spend my coins. When it comes to home goods, for instance, I mentioned like the pillow that is from like a Belgian designer house that focuses on designing fancy pillows. Like this is their core business. That's all they do. You see what I mean? So they master the craft and I want to give it a bash. Now, when it comes to jewelry and the kind of jewelry that I love, I've discovered an African jeweler called Patrick Mavros. Patrick has this line called the Pangolin line. I can get anything from that line. You see the silver bracelets, bangles, cuffs that you can stack. Look at that. Look at the pictures. I want that. That's the kind of jewelry or the kind of pieces I now want to invest in. Small family business, they focus on this. And you know what? If I were to get like that cuff in silver, he also does it in yellow gold and in rose gold. Imagine having the tree lined up here. Oh my. Anyway, we are deviating, so I'm going to dip my toes in these designs. The brand has a shop in London, so if when I manage to go to the UK this year, I have to go and visit the shop because I need to try the jewelry, etc., to kind of figure out how I want to wear it, if it's loose or tight or whatever. And the ring as well from the Pangolin line is not bad, but I'm going to start with the bracelets, the cuffs, because this is actually what I'm really after and that I want to play with, and then we shall see. And oh, guys, let me show you. He has this, how is it called? I almost forgot it. Let me check my notes here. Oh, look at this croc horn back cuff. Look at that cuff. It's like if it's leather. It's all silver. Look at this here. Summer, white t-shirt, black t-shirt. You put that here. This is it. You're done. This is even... I'm sorry, guys. I'm just saying, I'm going through the list. I own none of the pieces of the list. I'm already excited. I have a special mention here, but it's not happening this year. But this, I'm really outraged because I blame Cassie Thorpe for this. She showcased in her 2025 luxury wish list a ring from Rainbow Key. Look at that ring. Tell me that that ring will not... Imagine that here. This is something for next year, perhaps, or the following. I will see when I go to Paris this year. I'll try and go and visit their little atelier and then try out things, because on the website I saw that the sizes go up to size 55, and for me this is too small. So I'm just gonna see and just understand properly their pricing and how things work, etc. But this is something that I'm really seriously considering, because I just want, I just want everything to be statementy, because that's just how I love kind of, you know, my jewelry. I just had to put it here because this is something that we're going to carry forward 2 or 3 years in a row, luxury wish list, and eventually I'll pull the trigger. But because I have here like my wedding band and my engagement ring, I need diamonds and I need things here. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. That's just that. So we shall see. Hi guys, I completely forgot we have an honorable mention to the Tiffany hardware earrings as well that I'm hunting. So if I go to the States, as it is normally the plan this summer for one of my girlfriend's birthday, I'll definitely try and also squeeze it in. But yeah, the priority is definitely on the cuffs. That's where we're at. Let's talk about footwear. I have 2 pairs of boots and that's it. For starters, both pairs are from Hermes. Thank you very much. Second, they're both in the same color, Aemes. And third, they're both suede. So I'm giving you here the Hermes jumping boots in suede. They look like chocolate brown, but it's actually the Aemes color. And I'm giving you the Vegas boots as well, in suede as well. And they're also in Aemes color. That's all I want, footwear wise. And I'm fine because I sold a few boots and I have the space. I'm ready for those. You know what? We're not done yet. My coffee experience needs to change in 2025. You know how Alice Eleanor or Je suis Lou kick off their little vlog like a staycation, whatever, etc. I now have a grown-ass woman house, right? We've redesigned things. I have the space for a fancy coffee machine. I need to pull the trigger and buy the goddamn coffee machine. This has to happen this year. I want now to go traveling and bring back my coffee beans and then have the coffee bean grounded, whatever you call it, and then make my coffee at home, have a daily experience, around it, and using my Hermes coffee mugs and what have you. So this is happening this year in 2025. I almost forgot. I'm a serial traveler, okay? I'm an extensive traveler. I initially bought the Rimowa large check-in luggage. I need the carry-on. I need that. I'm sick and tired, to use my handheld like weekender bags instead of having my fancy trolley carry across the airport. So no, this is happening as well this year. And I want one specific one. Is the one that has like the external pouch where you can put your laptop. That's the one that I'm buying this year. Enough is enough. Rimowa, carry on. You're coming home with mama. Okay? So that's it for the lifestyle section, because the wish list is already heavy, hefty. We can't do it all. No, we just can't. But that one is there, and we need to tick that off this year. We have now the last category is going to be ready-to-wear pieces. And in the ready-to-wear pieces, I have only outerwear that I consider on this wish list. The first one is a leather jacket in the color Merlot from the Ukrainian brand called Kalukovsky. Look at me trying this. Let's pause for a second there. Look at this. I'm going to get that. This is what I mean by when I say that I need to be more intentional when it comes to the brands I spend my coins with, because I need quality. I need craftsmanship. I need something extra that I cannot get elsewhere. And then, yes, it makes sense. And then, yes, you deserve my money. I'm also gonna get a leather jacket in kind of dark gray from Lanvin. It's to die for. So those are the two leather jackets that should keep me growing for spring and also for autumn this year. And I have a special mention here, and this is kind of a wish slash dream list for this leather jacket, but this one is pure winter from Hermes that I tried. Look at that. This is beautiful. If I were a VIP, that's the kind of pieces that I would kind of aim for when I go at the Hermes sales, private sales. Who am I? I'm just Zeus Diary, so I have to pay the full price. But this is definitely something that made me believe that, yeah, I can pull the trigger because I understand what I'm paying for. Okay, so this is going to be for this year a dream. I might carry it forward next year, or I will think about getting something that looks like that. I will just not financially, emotionally ready to pull the trigger for such a piece, you know? So I need to give myself a year now or a year and a half to kind of aim for it. But anyway, it is coming our way. And the last piece now, it's a coat from the brand Macage. I want this coat black and white for winter. I've kind of renewed most of my outerwear, and most of my coats are kind of Max Mara like, you know, totem like robe coats, really long in cashmere, etc., which is really great. But I need something more sporty. And I think this is going to fit the bill because I know what kind of shoes I'll be wearing with this. If you think of chunky boots, like for instance, the Bottega tire boots, I can picture that coat with my tire boots, or this kind of boots that are kind of rangers like during winter. Fantastic. Off skiing, that's what I take, for example, you know. So yeah, that's also a piece that is going to end up in my collection. So guys, this is where I'm at for my wish list. Now, let's talk about the bag situation here. I'm not going to come here and tell you that I'm not going to buy any luxury handbag this year because it's going to be lying. The thing is, I already have a list of what I'm going to purchase. It's not a wish anymore. It's kind of just a work in progress, things that are kind of being executed. I hope that it makes sense. I'm just thinking about the frequency of how I'm going to buy what, but they're not going to be the primary focus of what I'll be spending my money on this year. The reason why I'm saying that is because when I did my maths after doing my 2024 luxury purchases video of how much I spent last year from my spending money bucket, by all means, you know, because here we shop intentionally and responsibly. So I'm just throwing it out there. I just came to the realization that I spent too much money on handbags. I'll be buying some bags, but it's not going to be bags within the same price range as the bags that I bought last year. And the budget that I'm going to allocate to the bags this year is maybe going to be 1/3 or maybe maximum 50% of what I spent last year. This is how intentional I am here because, again, the focus has to go elsewhere unless, obviously, Hermes calls me. That's something else, and that my wish list is fulfilled, or I get an offer from the store, then I might consider it, and then it's gonna have me reshuffling things a little bit. But for the bags, I know them in my head, but yeah, I'll just unbox them when I end up purchasing them and then run you through the rationale behind. The reason why I'm staying mysterious here is because some of the bags are vintage. So yeah, that's where we're at. So guys, here you have it. 2025 wish list is out. Let's wait and see now what the universe decides. But anyhow, if you made it to this point, thank you for listening to my madness. That's that. Anyway, let's wait and see how 2025 goes. Bye now. Cheers.